It's very simple. Just add water.
But this concoction of powdered alcohol has Nebraska and other states in hot debate. Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm John Nicely. We will hear some of the debate on this issue in a moment, but first, it's very new to us. So just what is powdered alcohol?
Brandon Scott has been looking into that and the debate. 6 View Live.
John and Mallory, today legislators spent most of the day discussing the substance powdered alcohol. It's a substance that looks just about like this, and it's a substance that critics say needs to be regulated.
And there you go with a beautiful Cosmopolitan.
This internet video was created by Mark Phillips, the man behind Palcohol, a powdered form of alcohol that turns into a drink when mixed with water. But the product is stirring controversy among critics who believe it's dangerous. So Phillips has turned his company's website into a sounding board to defend it.
These are equal amounts of alcohol. Palcohol is not some super concentrated version of alcohol. It's simply one shot of alcohol in powdered form.
It's still tough to find powdered alcohol on the shelves because even though the federal government approved its sale last month, it's still subject to state regulation, and at least 6 other states have already taken steps to ban it. Would you sell powdered alcohol here in your store?
I don't think we would. I would be okay with it not coming into the state at all and for it just not to be allowed in the state.
Lori Walford sells all sorts of wine, beer, and liquor at Spirit World. She believes adding powdered alcohol to her inventory would be socially irresponsible.
There just is a tendency for more abuse by a younger alcohol consumer, particularly with minors. With powdered alcohol, it's so easy to carry it in somewhere and to carry it inconspicuously. If it's going to come into the state at all, it needs to be regulated because there's a high risk of abuse for this product.
Now coming up at 6:30, we'll hear more from the man who created powdered alcohol, and we'll hear more from the retailer who says she won't sell it. Reporting live in the newsroom, photographer MH Denker Brandon Scott, WOWT 6 News.
As we mentioned, the issue was debated on the floor of the Unicamp today.
Senators seem to be on one of two sides: outright ban it or let the experts regulate it.
In my days, we worried about how we were going to sneak our flask into the football games or the sporting events or the dance or whatever. This would make it much easier than even that. I just think this is a can of worms that we don't need in the state of Nebraska right now.
What LB 3030 does is gives the Liquor Control Commission the ability to regulate it. It doesn't mean that they will approve everything. It doesn't mean that it will even ever make it onto the shelves. We don't want to micromanage the Liquor Control Commission.
The bill we're talking about is LB 330. It involves about a dozen different matters, all involving alcohol in one way or another. The language addressing powdered alcohol was changed to outright ban it, and with that change, it passed 32-3.